basic event management solution using Google App Maker. I'm going to walk you through the business logic that we have created that showcases the capabilities of this tool. In our sample file, we have created a fictional company called Career Finder. They hold career fairs nationwide. When you first open up our solution, you will land on the dashboard page. But let's first take a look at the navigation menu, which shows the different modules for our solution. The navigation menu is located in the upper left-hand corner. Clicking on that, you'll see a list of our modules. First one being Dashboard. The dashboard is a summary of upcoming events and their associated bar charts. Companies are the businesses to invite to an event and their contact information. Events contains the particulars of an event, such as the date, the time, location, attendance, and cost. People, the contacts within the businesses that are invited to the events, their attendance, and email history. Vendors, the businesses that are needed to host the event, such as venues, caterers, printers, and their associated contacts, invoices, and costs. Email templates, a place to write and store bulk HTML emails for invitations, reminders, and thank you correspondence. And finally, value lists. They are a list of different vendor categories that we might use. Now let's go back through each module in a bit of detail, starting with the dashboard. To do that, I'm just going to go up to Dashboard and click on it. And it will bring me to the dashboard page once again. Now the dashboard shows a list of upcoming events on the left-hand side of the page, and bar charts on the right-hand side of the page, showing both past and upcoming events. The bar chart shows the number of people invited, responded, and that have attended. In this case, these two events have not taken place yet, so there is no attendance. Going back over to the left-hand side, we can see these two little arrows. These arrows will take us directly to the event. So let's click on this one. Let's click on the New York Career Fair. All of our pages have a similar look. The navigation icon on the upper left, the name of the module, the search bar, and then the plus button on the far right to add a new record. In this case, this would be to add a new event. Going back over to the left-hand side of the page, we see the particulars for the event. We see the date, the start and end time, the name of the event, the venue, and the venue location. On the right-hand side, we have three tabs: Invitees, Vendors, and Summaries. Invitees is the list of all the people that we will invite to the event and their response status, whether they have been invited, whether they have RSVP'd, whether they need a reminder, and eventually when they attend. Clicking the Vendor tab takes us to the list of vendors for this event and their associated costs. So in this case, we have the venue, Sheraton Plaza Hotel, a cost of $5,000. And then you can see we also have the ability to attach documents. Let's click on this document. And we'll see that it is an invoice from the Sheraton Plaza Hotel to us, the Career Finder, for $5,000 for the event. So let's go back. You can see the other couple of vendors, the caterer and the printer, and the total cost. Clicking on the Summary tab, we can review the responses to date as well as the cost. So at this point, we have 8 people invited, we have 6 that have responded, none have attended, and the total expense at this point is $8,700. Now let's go back to our Invitees tab and take a deeper look at people and companies. I'm going to click on Invitees, and I am going to select Drew Warren. Clicking on the arrow to the left of Drew's name will take us to his people record. Again, you'll notice the same structure of the page: the navigation icon, the name of the module, the search, and then the plus button. We can see that Drew works for a company called Bennett and Lassard. Again, clicking one of these little arrows will take us to the company record for Bennett and Lassard, where we can see the phone number, website, and address information. Clicking again on Drew, or clicking on the arrow next to Drew, will take us back to his people record. We can see that he has a history with us. He has been to our Atlanta career fair, and he has been invited to our New York career fair. We can also see the emails that we have sent him in the email history portion of the page. You can see that we have sent him a thank you for participating in the Atlanta career fair, and we sent him an invite. Let's go back to the event and click on the vendor tab to see that in a bit more detail. To do that, we will click on the arrow to the left of the event and come back to the event page. We will click on vendors. And I just wanted to point out that if we click here on the arrow next to the catering category, that will take us to our vendor record. So the catering category, the vendor is that hits the spot, and we can see their contact information. Now let's take a brief look at the email templates. To do that, we will go to the navigation icon, click on it, and select Email Template. We currently have two different HTML email templates for you to browse through, an invitation and a thank you. You can see that they are set up dynamically with merge fields that will change with each event, along with text that will remain the same. So if we look over here and we highlight this part, you can see that this would be information that would remain constant from event to event. Career Explorer cordially invites you to attend, and then event name, event date, venue name, venue city. Those will all change based on the particulars of the event. We also added an email signature with a logo. Again, all this information you can browse through down here. Now let's walk through adding an event. To do that, we will go back to the navigation icon and select Events. We will see our 3 events listed here, but we want to create a new one, so we're going to select the plus button. We will give our event a date of January 9th. We will give it a start time of 10 a.m. and we will give it an end time of 2 p.m. and we will name it Metro West Career Fair. We will select a venue, Sheraton Metro West, and in pops the address information. Next, we need to invite people to the event. I will show you 2 ways to do that. One way is to manually add a person, and the other way is to import from a Google Sheet. Let's first import from a sheet. We will click on the Import People button, and up pops a dialog that tells us how to format our Google Sheet. We need company, first name, last name, title, phone, email, and notes. When your Google Sheet is formatted correctly, you will just click Import. When we do that, our solution will be looking, in this case, at my Google Drive for the import. I will select the Metro West People import. I will click on it and hit Select. The import will add the people and the companies if this is the first time we are inviting them. If they already exist, it will just add them to the event. So we should see 5 people come in here. The other way to add people to our event is by clicking the plus button to add an invitee. When we do this, a new row is added, and we can select a person from our drop-down list box. Let's select Drew Warren, because we know he already exists. So now that I have our people for our event, now we have to invite them. So I'm going to click on the invite box and select the icon Send Batch Email. I'm going to make sure the invitation email template is selected, and I'm going to select my recipients. I'm going to click on all of them, and then I'm going to click the Send Email button. The batch email will be looking to the invitation email template that we recently saw and replace the merge fields with the particulars for this event. I'm going to select Kim Buckler so you can see that the email has been sent and is logged in her email history. So let's click on the arrow to the left of Kim Buckler's name, and we should see that she has been invited to the Metro West Career Fair, and here is her email history, that we invited her to the fair that is on January 9th. So now let's go back to the dashboard and see that the Metro West Career Fair has been added and the people have been invited. To do that, I'm going to click the navigation icon in the upper left-hand corner and select Dashboard. We see that the Metro West Career Fair is listed, and it is listed on the right-hand side, and 6 people have been invited. Well, that was a brief walkthrough of adding a new event, importing people, and sending batch emails. I hope you can see some of the great capabilities of Google App Maker. This sample file is just the beginning, as we plan to release different versions that expand on the basic and advanced functions of Google App Maker.